very foundation of the United States government is fracturing, a constitutional stress test unlike anything we've seen in our lifetimes. We're unpacking how executive power is being aggressively unleashed, and more importantly, how this fundamentally alters the traditional rule of law in America.
And that exact trajectory brings us to 2024, culminating in a historic Supreme Court decision that expands this power further than ever before.
At its core, this theory interprets the Constitution as giving the president complete, unconstrained control over the entire executive branch. Advocates of this, like legal scholar John Yoo, argue that a president simply shouldn't be hampered by independent agencies or congressional red tape.
The president may not be prosecuted for exercising his core constitutional powers.
They argue this removes the exact constraints put in place after Watergate, effectively placing the President of the United States entirely above the law.
Historically, the post-Watergate consensus was that the Department of Justice must operate with strict independence. A firewall against political weaponization is an instrument to carry out his specific agenda, whether that means prosecuting political opponents or dismissing cases against allies.
Take the corruption case against New York Mayor Eric Adams. The acting Deputy Attorney General Emile Bove explicitly cited that the pending prosecution restricted the mayor's ability to help with the president's mass deportation agenda, a direct trade-off.
It led directly to the resignation of several career prosecutors, including conservative attorney Danielle Sassoon. Career prosecutors see these moves as politically motivated quid pro quos. Career officials were locked out of their systems, virtually no warning, gone. Simultaneously, 17 independent inspectors general were purged. These inspectors general were the very watchdogs created by Congress to oversee government spending, to investigate corruption. The administration removed them instantly, bypassing the legally required 30-day notice to Congress.
This is a deliberate, systematic destruction of independent oversight, a move to punish dissent and consolidate all federal power directly inside the Oval Office.
Part 5. Pressuring the legal opposition.
Using a rapid series of executive orders, the administration aggressively targeted major corporate law firms. The executive branch revoked their security clearances, denied them physical entrance to federal buildings, and abruptly canceled their highly lucrative government contracts.
Feeling the crushing, immense weight of the federal government, many of these powerful firms folded. Critics call it mob-style intimidation.
Part 6. The ultimate judicial test.
The battleground for this final clash centers on immigration. They argued this sweep was grabbing innocent people, entirely bypassing standard judicial review and due process.
And the constitutional crisis arrived. They simply ignored the court order. For the first time in modern history, the executive branch blatantly refused to yield to a federal judge.